channel, Love Storyteller Tarot. My name is Jeanette, and this is going to be the reading for the water sign Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces for the month of December. I just want to say a big welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much, and a big thank you for all those that have stayed with me throughout the year. This actually is a year since I've been on here this month. I do apologise, I can't get my words out. So I just wanted to say thank you, and then if on this one, this reading, if you want to put, you know, wish you a Merry Christmas or whatever it is that you want to say, best wishes, and yes, you'd like a reading, then please do. And I'll put all the names in a box at the end of the month and get somebody to draw it, and you'll be notified as to who that is. So you'll get the reading for January at some point. I just don't know when. We are going to go into Mercury retrograde during December. It's in Capricorn. It started off the year in Capricorn and it's ending in Capricorn. So very much all about pragmatic, down to earth, ground thinking, feelings, spiritual stuff, you know, really grounding it and not being airy fairy and, you know, these new age concepts that have got romance all in a spin. And you know, it's been really about challenging those belief systems and looking at that really. So this is my fourth reading I'm doing, so forgive me if I don't cover it all, but I know some of you watch your sun signs and moon sign and the rising signs, so you'll just have to skip the beginning ones. So yeah, I just feel like, you know, the message, the overall message for these readings for the elementals for December is to believe. And you know, this month is that, definitely that month about believing in good. You know, the 25th, 2 and 5 is 7 for a reason. It's you know, about being on the right path, and where love's concerned. So that, you know, they're saying live in the moment as if today is all we truly have, because that's all you can do, is be present to the here and now, because none of us know if we've got tomorrow. You've just really got to be feeling those feelings in your body and not analysing everything to death, and you know, enjoying your life. I think the enjoyment has been taken out, and it's replaced it with worry. A lot of mental anguish this year that's passed. You know, mental illness has raised to what it was last year, and there is a lot going on that about mental health and awareness. So I see it every day, and you know, it's upsetting. I've gone through that myself, so I know what it feels like, and it's not a very nice place to be. And the air signs, you know, was it the air signs or the other one? I can't remember. The Ten of Swords was right in the bang centre of the reading, which, you know, can feel that way. You feel totally exhausted mentally by trying to work things out, and sometimes you've just got to let go. You know, let a little sunshine out as well as in. You know, you've got to be able to receive. The sun is about giving, the moon is about receiving. It's the feminine and the masculine. But you know, you give it out, and I think a lot of you do. Well, it's time to receive, you know, so that to receive is to create your rainbow. You need the masculine and the feminine, you know, to create that rainbow for yourself. And they're saying believe in your heart, something wonderful, whatever that is for you, is about to happen. Because if you haven't got hope, then what have you got? You know, hope is for, yes, a certain outcome, but knowing and having faith in whatever will be, will be. And I know sometimes it's hard to feel that way when your life's in turmoil, and you know, chaos, and that Ten of Swords is like ruin. But like in Eat, Pray, Love, she says when she sat in the Rome building, the one that's, you know, all the other buildings have been built up around it, it's saying my life hasn't been a ruin. Maybe being attached to it is what has been the problem, and that's what it is. Life is life. You've agreed to it in a certain way. The cards have been dealt. Yeah, that's fate, and you have the power to transform that into your destinies, your potential then, and change your lives around. But you know that there is something wonderful coming into your life in some way. So let's have a look, see what's happening for the water signs. I have no idea about my battery, so I might be cut off. I need to check after half an hour. I'm on the move myself, so I wanted to get all these up and ready for you. So trying to be organised, especially this time of year. All right, what are the most important messages? Well, this is an enthusiastic message coming up. Somebody's giving a shout out. You know, they're saying hello. This could be somebody new or somebody from the past. It's not really saying at this moment, but you know, this is an enthusiastic message. It's getting excited about something and excited to meet this person. Who it is, not too sure, but you know, pages and messengers, they come with a message, and that's a message of enthusiasm, of excitement, of that fiery energy. Did I say it was for the water signs? Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. If I didn't, I am now. Sun, Moon or Rising. That's what happens when you do all four of them one after the other. But yeah, see, this is all about waiting for your ship to come in. Well, this is somebody coming back off a journey. Somebody coming back saying hello. Don't know if you've met them before or not. It's not really saying, but this is like this person is waiting for this person to come back because they're looking there and this person's, you know, looking this way. So this is about waiting for somebody to come back. So this could be to do with around, you know, the Christmas time period, and maybe seeing loved ones, or you know, if your partner's been away, they have to travel overseas and they're coming back. It could be many different scenarios, but basically it's somebody coming back from a journey. You know, enthusiastic. They've learned something. This is about your treasures, your ships coming in. But you know, it's not to rest on your laurels. It's to be proactive and keep things going. You know, what you've built on with the two, you need to keep continuing because you want to get to the four. You want to get to, you know, that stability. So that could be people coming and, you know, coming to stay, for holiday, for Christmas. But there's transformation on the cards. The purpose of this journey, the purpose of this happening, and why, you know, because he is sort of waiting but being proactive at the same time, or she. You know, the purpose of that is because of this transformation that's going on. This does represent Scorpio, and this is the reading for the water signs. So this is definitely representing Scorpio. You know, it's that deep transformation. It's at the nitty-gritty. It's getting to the roots of the matter. So it's a bit like the roots of a tooth. You know, when you get achiness, you get the gums swelling, you get sensitivity, knowing that you have to go deeper, that, you know, it's not going to be healed unless they go in and take the root out, because you're still going to get the sensitivity if you don't take the root out. And you know, Scorpios are very sensitive, even though they might not appear that way. But yeah, so it's about getting to the root of the matter, so that something can be, well, I'm getting the word, something can be extracted. That's maybe because I'm going to have my tooth done tomorrow, so yeah, but it's not a root canal, that's for sure. I don't need to go that deep, it's just a little fill-in. So but yeah, this is about going deep and getting something extracted. You know, it's about the end of something, it's the death of something, so that there can be a new beginning. Because what comes next is the temperance. You know, this is 13. What comes next is the temperance, where, you know, you're moderating your behaviours and being more mature about situations, and, you know, you're creating the temperance, the win-win situation. That this is about going deep. Oh, and it's round the Queen of Pentacles. Now, she's an earth sign, so Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Doesn't have to be, but it's the energy of, I call her Superwoman. It's like there's nothing she can't do. Very practical, down to earth, multitasker, does many things at once, gets a lot done in one day, even if she has to come home and flake out on the settee after, you know, it's well earned and it's well deserved. It's not just you know, that would be rest time for her. So it could be, because the pages can represent you know, a child or a young adult, so it could be that students are coming back for the holiday, you know, your family's coming back for holiday, for Christmas, so it could literally represent that, but if not, then it's a message, it's an enthusiastic message that somebody's given a shout out to her. So maybe don't know what the shout out is, but well, we've got wands again, so 3 lots of wands, so something very spiritual happening with the water signs. You know, it's about spiritually transforming. This is about strength. You do have the strength to go through something, because I always see this when the 9 is the last one before the 10. It's like, which is the ending and a new beginning. So it's accumulation of everything that you've gone through in the past. On the Rider-Waite, that, you know, he's got a bandage on his forehead, but she doesn't. This is very much a woman in her feminine power, but she has the strength to go through this final test, like with Jason and the Argonaut, the story of the Golden Fleece. You know, this is it. This is the 9, the one before the 10. Does he have what it takes to get to where he needs to go? And this is for the Queen of Pentacles, as she does have the inner strength to do what it is, to do this final test that will bring about transformation, and on a deep level as well. We've got the 8 of Cups again. It's come up in the full moon reading, and near enough every reading, in different positions. You know, for some it's people walking away in the present time, for others it's people that will be walking away in the future, or towards the future, you know. But yeah, this is very much, you do have the strength. This Queen of Pentacles has the strength to walk away from an emotional situation, because that's what the cards are saying, and it's a test. It's the final. It's the final test. It's the final, you know, the straw that broke the camel's back. It's, do I have what it takes to walk away? Yes, you do, because this will trump this, and you're being called in a certain way to walk away, because this is really deep-rooted stuff, and you know, you get the ending and the beginning with this card. So symbolically, we can't avoid death. You know, we're born, we live, we die. At the end, we all go out of here. So and yes, that can literally mean a death card, depending on the situation. But you know, this is more about walking away from a situation. You do have the strength, and it's about being proactive. It's about being proactive, not sitting on your laurels. You've got to be moving. What's that noise? Oh. You've got to be keep moving, is the message. Ooh, 6 of coins. So this is all about giving and receiving. You know, it's generosity. It's the generosity card. Well, this woman is so generous. She's so generous. She's got such a big heart. So whether you're a moon earth sign or a rising earth sign, but she's playing a part with the water signs, and she's very much about being a benefactor, of giving, and you know, wanting the best for people, really. Like I said, she stretches herself. She's a support system to people. Oh, and then that's confirming it. That's saying about the, you know, you've got the inner strength, because this is the strength. Well, this is probably the strength on the outer side that you're gonna need to do whatever it is that you need to do, that you're being called to, and on an emotional level, walk away, you know. But you do have that strength, of character to do what it is that you need to do, whether you know what that is or not. So you've got 2 major arcana. You do have the strength to transform the situation and yourself in it. I'm getting living accommodation, but I'm not too sure why that popped into my head. But yeah, you know, it's the affinity number, and that's prosperity, something that is forever. You know, your inner strength is forever. It's about tapping into those resources, really, because she's tamed that wild side of herself, that impulsive side that you know, acts out of fear. She's tamed that side of her, and she's more of a gentle, strong person, and it's about having the strength to, you know, give generosity, and that can be generosity for those that have hurt you in the past, and forgive. I mean, this is the season to forgive, so it could be to do with family, but you know, and this person could be somebody that decide who's worthy, but the children don't. The children are innocent. They don't. They would share, but this benefactor sometimes decides who they feel is, you know. But this is about a strong bond. It's about a strong bond, Strength is what's needed in this situation, is what I'm hearing. Oh, and the Nine of Cups. So yeah, you see, you're walking away from the 8, you're walking towards the 9. And yes, that both people are single there, but we get the other cards out. It's to do with this Queen, and that can represent the past. You know, where she gave a shout out of generosity to somebody that maybe has hurt her, and now sort of waiting for this, what she's wanting to come in to hear this good news. But in the meantime, she's just not going to sit around and wait, and she does wonder if she has the strength to, you know, move forward and walk away emotionally. But the cards are saying yes, you do. You have that strength. You know, the future is bright. Your wish is in the future. Your wishes, you have the strength, and your wishes in the future, because this is the future. This is your potential. And you do have the strength to go for your wishes, to go for your dreams. You do have the strength to do that, and you need to believe in yourself. And yes, it takes great courage to walk away if that's what's required. But it's feeling like that's the situation for the water signs, really. Am I still recording? Yes. Oh, well, we've got the 3 of Cups in reverse. This is about community, social gatherings, and, you know, a support network. And that's friendship. So maybe for some of you, friendships are being left. If your friendships have been changing, then no, that's the way it's meant to be, because they're not the support system that you really need, because this is in reverse. So these would be, you know, friends that were gossiping and using your vulnerability against you. So that they wouldn't be good friends in reverse, because that's the shadow form. So, and that's about, you know, they're all women. It's the feminine, and upright. Yeah, they're a great support network, a group. And that could be any sort of group. That could be mothers and toddlers group. That could be anything at all, whatever group it would be. But it would be a support system to you. But in reverse, no. Maybe you don't feel strong enough about this situation to end something, because the Death card and the 8 of Cups is about walking away from something, the death of an emotional situation, can, you know, to do with your happiness, and the 2 Strength cards there. So maybe you don't, you know, you're looking out to sea and thinking, well, is this going to happen? I can't wait around. I need to get on and do things. But yeah, it just feels like you don't have the support system that you need, or you feel you don't have, to maybe walk away. And then that's about having to tap into your inner resources and dig deep and find your own inner strength. But that's, you know, that's strong bonds towards your happiness. So even if you don't have that support system, you do have the strength to do whatever it is that you need to do. Let's get some of these cards out. Keep an eye on my camera. Lovely Christmassy. Right, let's have a look, see what this page is about. Yeah, that's a shout out. That's a shout out to, or an invitation, because you know the page is about an enthusiastic message or invitation to a gathering, a meeting, a social place, you know, a restful social place, somewhere of joy, somewhere of happiness, something that you enjoy doing, somewhere where you'd like to go. So even if it's out to a nice restaurant for a meal, somebody is inviting you out, or maybe you are them. Right, this is what's at the heart of the matter. So, you know, clouds are all about thoughts, and you've got to be clear in your thinking, because if you're not clear in your thinking about what it is that you do want, you know, that will get in the way, whether it's business, or whether it's you know, a romantic relationship, or whatever plans you have. You've got to be clear thinking, and know that you know you do have the strength to go through this, because it's like the mental tension, the mental level. Do I have? But it's your spiritual self that will get you through this, will get you through the stormy weather. You know, the sun is trying to come through there. So it feels like you're going through a bit of a hard time at the moment, for the water signs. But know that you do have the strength, because that's upright, and so is that card there. You just got to watch your thinking around a situation. So we're all right for a minute. It's nothing worse than when you're recording and then the battery's gone and you don't know. Yeah. So, well, there you go. See, this is the book again, the Book of the Unknown. But also this can be about, those two together can be a library, you see. It's a restful place, a quiet place. So it could be that you're needing to research. Go and research something with enthusiasm, because this can be a book of study, but it is the Book of Patience, and it is on the Three of Wands, which is about, you know, being patient. You can see the ships, but they just haven't docked yet, which is symbolic to, you know, you can see something happening, your goals happening, but it's not fully there yet, and it's still about being proactive and keeping active and, you know, on your toes, but having faith at the same time, because it's the Book of the Unknown. You don't know something, but maybe it's that you need to gain knowledge. Maybe you need to study something to gain knowledge on a situation. Well, it's to do with the house. It was the air signs. The house came up right in the middle. So there's transformation around a home situation. So something, either the people that live in here, live in this house, there's very deep, or it could be the family, if it's a family situation. Could be that, you know, there's the whole situation's being transformed and changed due to somebody walking away, or it could be, you know, it could be, but this is a house that you don't know. This is a house next to the book. It's a house that you don't know. So maybe move into a different area, which is the unknown. which brings transformation, a deep transformation. It will be different for everybody, but this is a house that you don't know. It's about being patient, because there's still things to be disclosed, is what they're saying. But yeah, there's you know, good luck for this. Not good luck. You know, this is the Star card. This is like fresh hope, a new beginning for this Queen of Pentacles. You know, there is hope for her, and this is like a wish being fulfilled. So a wish is coming to this lady. She's being honoured in some way. She's been loyal. She's been a hard worker. She's worked really hard at something. She's worked hard at her dreams. There is a light at the end of the tunnel for her, and something that's going to be everlasting. It's longevity. It's something that's going to last a long time. It's to do with this meeting place, or, well, this is the woman, so it's the woman that's walking away. So maybe it is this lady that has to have the strength to walk away. So I think they're saying it's either your moon sign or your rising sign. You might, you know, if you are an earth sign in that sense, then I think that's saying her. It's the woman that's going to be emotionally walking away from a house situation. I hope it's not due to death, but you know, sometimes those things do happen. But she's having to walk away. She's got to be strong in the mind, you know, with the thoughts. She's got to be so strong with her thoughts, because there's been arguments about giving. It's around generosity. There's been arguments, so whether this lady's been too generous and has now caused a problem, but there seems to have been arguments around the giving and receiving. And I mean, take that as you will. That could be money wise, you know, buying too many gifts, that sort of thing. And maybe it's only one-sided. Maybe that's what she's experienced, that it's only ever been one-sided, and it's time to change that now. But yeah, this is like stormy weather, a storm brewing, and you've got to be clear in your thinking, to do with business or to do with your personal life. But there is the emotional there for this woman. Well, this is to do with the baby. So for some of you, it will be an actual child, needing to be strong around a baby situation. Maybe to do because of this house move. Maybe some of you find out that you're pregnant, and it's caused a problem, caused an argument, or there is an argument around children, something to do with children, needing to be strong. Oh, but you got the Sun card, come on. You got the Sun card, hip 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 hooray, on the 9 of Cups. So the outcome is going to be okay. The outcome's going to be okay. You know, this is your potential, but you are going to reach your potential. The sun is going to shine down on you, and you know, you are going to find that happiness that you deserve, whatever that happiness is for you. If it is a baby and you've been going through a hard time trying to conceive, you know, just know that the outcome one day it will eventually happen. You just need to be strong. So that could be anybody going through fertility treatments, having problems with eggs, you know, anything like that. And maybe the outcome isn't what you thought it was going to be, but whatever it is, it's going to bring you happiness. So you know, this is optimism, an optimistic outcome. And this is, these two together is your, you know, your dreams coming true. So silver lining stage, it's the silver lining stage, and maybe that's what this is. You know, it's your final test. For some, maybe trying for a baby, maybe if it's IVF or whatever, maybe this is your final test, the last time you can do it because of finances or something. It will be different for everybody, but you're at the silver lining stage. You're at the silver lining stage. You know, troubles are going to disperse. They're not going to last for much longer. There is a happy outcome for this lady. So you're going to be okay. Please stay, battery. Oh, we got the heart come up again. And it's to do with this. So I still sense this is around friendship. So I think the heartbreak is around a friendship. Something may have happened, you know, the support that you thought you were getting, maybe to do with something, I don't know what, I don't want to be specific because it's a general reading, but it feels like, because this is about community and sharing. Maybe you were generous in the past to a friend or something and it caused friction, something to do with the child, but I sense this is more to do with, on this occasion anyway, it's to do with the women and the feminine, and it possibly can be around love, you see, because upright, it could be there's 3 people involved, you see, so or 3 women involved, I don't know. That could be a mother, a daughter, a mother-in-law. It could be anything like that, or friends, three friends involved with a situation with the heart. Maybe 2 of the friends knows something and has kept it from somebody else because there's the lack of support. So maybe something was known and something wasn't told, but because there's a lack of support there for the situation. But let's have a look, let's see, put some cards on this this one. Let's move these out the way. How are we doing? Are we still recording? Yes. Oh, fingers crossed. May I be blessed. Right then, let's have a look at the heart. I do hope I've got everything in. I don't know if you can see it all, but I wanted to get all the Christmassy things in this time. So let's go on. Let's have a look at the heart. What is that saying to us? What is that saying to us? Oh, well, it's something around tradition. It's around tradition. Oh, it's about upright. It is about tradition and conforming and following the rules, and you know, you get engaged, you get married, you have the baby, instead of, you know, that's tradition. And then, well, you have the baby, then you get engaged, then you get married, and you know, that's not conforming, that's different. So but that's reversed and that's reversed. So it's something around not wanting to conform to other people's ideas, because that's about knowledge also. It is about knowledge, but it's about tradition. But you know, he is the counsellor, he's an advisor, but it's somebody that people look up to, you see, that's the Hierophant. Just trying to think. I think he's under Taurus, isn't he? But there's something around tradition or traditional values and somebody not conforming. Oh yes, because something's being offered and maybe they don't like what's being offered because it's not traditional. So maybe you've had an offer or you will be having an offer, but this is what's going on underneath, because this is something's being offered but you're just not recognizing it. You're not wanting it, because it's going to be hard work. It's going to be hard work. You've got to pay attention to detail. You've got to work hard at it to get your craft. That could be a relationship, to get your craft to the highest standard you can get, because it's about quality, not quantity. But there's something around that about not conforming. This can be the boredom card, or like the sulky card, and something would require hard work is what I'm getting with that. But let's have a look, see what's on the woman. Oh, that's what I mean. See the Sun cards there on the woman. So this is the right thing for her to do. The future's bright because it's the future. It's the right thing to do. Walking away from a home, something like that, or a house. It could be a house, but there is confidence. She's feeling confidence. Maybe she gains her confidence. There's clarity. She gains clarity. She gains happiness, because the Sun card's on there. She walks away from the 8 towards the 9 to get her happiness, because there is a cup missing on there. By doing that, yeah, she's definitely doing the right thing, because there's the Lover's card. So it's about her having to make a choice. So it could be somebody that's already in a relationship, and they're not conforming. Their friends have turned against them because they're not following tradition. But this is saying, well, that's the right thing for her to do. Yeah, because then she becomes, the Empress, somebody who rules her own kingdom instead of being ruled by the laws and the rules of the Bible, and that sort of thing. So, and conforming to tradition by not doing it. Yes, you might lose some friends around a heart situation that you've become bored with, that seemed like hard work. So, but she can move on, move forward, and yes, she'll have a choice. That's the choice card, but it is strong bonds, and next to the Sun card, that's definitely strong bonds. There's a strong bond with somebody, and then she becomes the Empress, or for same-sex couples, then that would be the woman that you're going for. Would be the Empress, somebody who's, it's ruled by Venus, and this is Gemini, and very much, and she's very much like the Queen of Pentacles. She is. I see them as the same person. So maybe that would be her transforming, from the Queen of Pentacles to royalty to the Empress, really. And that's very much, she's heavily pregnant, this Empress is. So but that could be to do with creativity, that could be with anything. It doesn't always have to be to do with the to do with the child, but you know, the silver lining stage is here. She does have the strength to walk away. So what's the time? Do we need to look at should we have a look at what the baby is about then? The child. Wow. There's something going on around a child, or about feeling they're not strong enough. This can also be like a new beginning if it's not an actual child. You know, this is somebody who feels exhausted. It's not the 10, but not being able to sleep at night because there's worry. There's worry. Like I said, it could be to do with children, but there we go, we've got the shout out, so it could be to do with the child for those that it is. Like I said, this could be somebody coming home, a child coming home from, you know, travels in some shape or form, because again, you know, but unless somebody's worried, don't know if they've got the strength to give a shout out. Yeah, for a new beginning on you know, this can also be, this is about having the energy for a new beginning, because you need energy, you need to be able to do things, but they're saying you do have the strength, and you would need the energy to give birth to a child, but that's about a new beginning, you see. That's passion, enthusiasm. So again, you know, an excited shout out, but somebody's feeling anxiety or worry about that, really, if that makes sense. So let's have a look at I'm going to do the Queen of Pentacles, shall we, quickly? Yeah, let's just have a look at the Queen of Pentacles, but I do think that's her anyway. Just think it's her because it goes along there. Yeah, needing to say something. Oh, needing to say something to the King of Cups. This is a man who's water sign. Needing to say something to him around some form of deception. Yeah, something, this Queen of Pentacles needs to say something to this King of Cups. She's intuitive about something, and you know, she's thinking something's not right, and maybe that's her reason then to walk away from something, because this can be someone who's defensive and, or you know, is in that position of saying something that's quite sharp, this King of Cups, but she's having to use, there's something that might be hidden, murky. This Queen needs to be saying something to, and maybe that's part of the shout out to, you know, to get to her happiness, really. Right, let's have a look, see what the romance angels say. Oh yes, fingers crossed it's still going. Most important messages, please, for the month of December. Yeah, there's some deception. I did feel that with this king, because of the moon there. There's some form of deception, and this Queen of Pentacles is needing, that's like longevity, so it could be somebody who's been together for a long time, but yeah, they're saying someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship, because she ends up walking away, which is the right thing for her to do. It puts her in a position where she can actually choose the relationship that she knows she deserves. So something around deception. You know, they're saying exactly like I just said, what she deserves, a relationship that she deserves. You know, you do deserve love. You are lovable, and you know, it looks like this is saying somebody's going to be walking away from a situation because they've recognised that, you know, because this is at the silver lining stage of it, they've recognised that they deserve love and that they are lovable, and they can't, you know, keep being with somebody who wears a mask all the time, because there's no true intimacy if the mask is being worn. You're not seeing the real person, and you know, the inner child will freak out because the inner child needs trust, because its greatest fear is abandonment. So yeah, you deserve love, you are lovable, and it's time to free yourself. So this is like just confirming it, really. It's time to take back control of your life, because there has been some deception to do with this King of Cups, and there has been arguments, something around giving and receiving, something like that. There has been some form of deception. So whether he's been doing something behind her back, I'm not too sure, but yeah, they're, you know, the romance angels are saying you deserve love. There has been deception. It is now time to free yourself, and this is what this feels like here. But the outcome is positive, because you've got your Nine of Cups with the Sun card on it. So a honeymoon period, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So I feel that's to do with this here. That would be to do with that one there. So that's all about getting to know someone, really, and enjoying that honeymoon stage, you know, which is what happens when you first meet somebody. And you've also got to be careful of the red flags around that time, because you're in that honeymoon stage. So you've got to be very aware around that time. Right, if you want to ask your question about the reading, and then see if this helps with some sort of answer. This will be your answer. Oh my goodness, I love this card. This is my favourite card. It's big happy changes, and I'm actually going to read that, but I just feel that it's connected to the sun and that it's, you know, your dreams have bright hopes, and you're at the silver lining stage of whatever this situation is. But if I can find it quick enough, I'm just going to read that. That's the first card I ever pulled over a year ago when I first got this. So big happy changes, big positive changes are coming into your life. That's the sun and the Lovers there. You may find yourself on a new career path, entering a new relationship. I do think it's a new relationship, or move into a new home, because that's the home you don't know, or city. Embrace these exciting events, knowing that your angels will be beside you all the way. What you are asking about may require you to take the leap of faith, which is that Strength card there in the middle. Take leaps of faith. That seemed frightening. Well, it does, because, you know, we've got two lots of Strength cards here. So that seem frightening or beyond your ability, but you do have that strength. Remember to have this new beginning. You do have the energy. Trust that the opportunities before you are meant to bring you happiness, which is the Nine of Cups down here. These options would not have presented themselves unless you were ready for them. Release your fears and follow your heart. Yay!